Hey everyone. I think I'm a minute or two early, but welcome to my Riverview Creative Studio. I'm Tony Embry. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I'm located in New Bern, North Carolina, and my website is www.riverviewcreativestudio.com. You can go there and see some of my previous blog posts. You can look about if you want to join my team, or there's Paper Pumpkin, all kinds of cool things there. So appreciate if you go and check it out. My videos are also, I have a YouTube channel, and still called Riverview Creative Studio. And so all my videos are on YouTube as well. And I'm trying to grow my channel. So if you happen to go there, it would be great if you would share and subscribe. Same thing with my Facebook. It keeps me out there and everything. So I really appreciate it if you do that. Hi, Vicki. And so tonight we're gonna do a fun project. I worked on it weeks and weeks ago, but there's so many different things that I wanted to do. And so I kind of wanted to, I don't know, I just forgot about it. So today I actually went back to make sure I hadn't already done this video, but I think you'll really like it. It's using the Birds and Branches polymer stamp set, which is in the new catalog. And so it's a two-step stamp. And there, it also has the Birds and More dies. So there's lots to choose from in there. So I'm going to be demonstrating some of that tonight. But anyway, so that's that. And I've already stamped the little birdies, but we're going to do some weaving, and we're going to use weaving with some paper strips, and it's kind of cool. And so I've got it staged a little bit. So I've got to, because of the drying time, so I've got a couple different ones, projects at different stages, so that I can work with you on that. Hey, Mark. And so let me pull out my little things that I have, and I'll put this little doobie back here. So I'll show you some of the cards that I've made. So here's one, and so you can see I put the birds on it. So this looks almost like a fence, and so I cut them uneven here. Some of them go all the way up, and so some of the strips go all the way up and off, and then some of them, so it's kind of random. And when I started designing it, I was just playing around with it, but I really like, it's kind of like a country look. But anyway, so the birds are raised up with dimensionals, and this leaf, this branch, and then I put some embellishments on here. And then on the inside, I just have a white card. So that's wood. I love these colors. This one I did with a little nest. And also, again, I didn't take it all the way up. And this one has eggs in it and some more bling. And so you can notice that I put different colors on the back. So it pulls out different colors out of these different pieces here. So I just kept experimenting with different colors. And this one, actually I did this wood. These two fit together somehow. Yeah, like that. And so I cut them in half, and I put that out here because I wanted it to look like it was going to there. And you'll notice on this one that it goes all the way up onto the card. But anyway, I did different color birds. I positioned this a little bit differently. There's that wood. I've done 6 cards actually. So here's the other half. I just wanted to show lots of different options to do with this, because I think it's just really fun and be really pretty with Christmas as well. I pulled out some of my Christmas stuff, but I didn't do one yet. But isn't that pretty? The different birds. Anyway, so there's that. And then this wood. So there's all different woods. So we're going to do a different paper tonight. Well, we're going to probably do one with this paper, but I've got several different ones to do. So anyway, so I'm going to put these on the side, but I just kind of wanted you to see the technique that we're going to do, which is kind of fun. And then I'll show these again later. So I cut out some different branches. You know, if you followed me along, you know that I try to do all my cutting and put them in envelopes ahead of time Just saves a little bit of time. I cut out some sentiment stuff. I've got a couple of the different markers that I think I'm going to use tonight, the blends. And then this is one of the staged pieces. This has already been glued and had, a couple hours to dry. And so you could see that I extend over the edges, and then once it's dry, I go back and cut it off. So that's when we're going to finish. And then this is one that's just getting started. I cut some Rococo Rose, which I hadn't done in that one before. And so I cut out a bunch of little birds, and I colored the little bluebirds because I'm going to actually color some with you. This is going to probably be like an hour tonight because there's a lot to do. And so this is another one that I partially did. So I'll be talking about this one. And these are the ones that come with the paper. I think it's something Frost. I should have written it down, but it's a Christmas paper, and it's in the new catalog. The new catalog that's just come out, the Christmas. They carry this paper over. So anyway, and this is another one that I had started. So on this one, I just did the first part. So we'll do all the pieces on that too. So I think I'll start with this one. Oh no, what I'll do is I'll start with this one because this one's partially done. So I'll move all this stuff out of the way for the moment. It's just so much. But I wanted to try to get as much of it set aside so you guys would be able to see more of it. So because I don't like to mess with it when it's not dry. So anyway, so we're at this point now. So this is everything has been woven, and I've glued down the sides, and so it's ready. So now I just turn it over and trim it. So it's kind of like the scrappy paper a little bit, except for it's actually woven. Papers are actually woven, which is kind of it's nice. I like it. Something different. I weave. I haven't done a lot of weaving recently, but I go to school for weaving, so I'm a fiber guy. So I do. I have a big loom in here, and I haven't done much of it recently. I've been stuck on this paper stuff, but anyway. So when you get this part done, it's really kind of cool. Okay, so let me pull all this stuff up, sticky stuff, and throw it in the trash real quick. Thank you for joining me on Wind Down Wednesday. Let's see if I could find I cut a bunch of stuff out. Let's see if I could find one that I want to use. Maybe we'll put it on this one. It's kind of pretty. Put it on green. Try to cut out extra. I'm trying to get myself organized. So cut out fronts of cards and stuff like that so that I'll have a lot of stuff. So it moves a lot faster when I actually create things. Okay, so this is here. So I'm going to use our new, I'm trying to get a handle. This new Stampin' Seal. I'm trying to get a handle on it. How to do it. Slow is the name to go. Slow is the way to go, they say. Go slow. So I've been going slow, and it seems to work perfect. I think I was just trying to go too fast like I do with the snail. Maybe, I don't know, but see, it's covered really nicely. Okay, so let's put this one out here. Is this a cool look? I actually like it without anything else on it. I like it just like, to me, I like it just like that. And you could, without putting, or you could put other things on. You don't have to put the birds on it. And you could do it like this as well. It's just really pretty. Actually, maybe I'll do this one this way, just because I can. Okay, let's see. I'll get some birds out, and I'll get out my bluebirds. Got my bluebirds. No, I think I'll do snowbirds. I did these little birds that kind of look like snowbirds to me. Yeah, I think I'll do those. Those are kind of fun. But I've got lots of birds. I got a whole flock of them here. Okay, so let me find which of these I want to do. Maybe I want to do gray. Or no, let's see. I think I do. I want to do gray. Yeah, because the purple in the background will come out. So I just glue it on. So that's the thing. Just could glue it on. And this little this little thing comes with the dies. Making sure I'm going the right direction. Last time hi Sandra, I was on the I was backwards for a while, so now I'm trying to make sure that I'm not backwards. It's a little annoying to watch everything backwards, but I got it fixed before I actually started doing the demo, so that was good. Anyway, we had a lot of rain this afternoon. We've got a lot of water falling, which, you know, can't complain because when it's dry, we have to water. So we've had a really nice thunderstorm. Okay, so here's the thing. You could put this at any place you want on here. And I kind of like to put it like that. Isn't that pretty? Okay, so put this away. And then, so I did that background now, so that was easier to do and to get it done. So let me stick some birdies. And then we'll do all the bling a little bit later. I like to put the birdies different places. That would. I just think that it just adds, because putting the darker on the front, it just kind of, it adds more depth to the whole picture. It's kind of cool. I like it. What do you think? What do you think? I like it. It's so pretty. This paper, you know, it's double-sided, so I did the shiny part on it. Okay, so that's that one. So we'll set that one aside for now. And then let's see what else I'm going to do. Okay, so then this one's kind of bright and cheerful, so let's take this one out. And I'll show you. So the first thing that I do is you don't have to do it this way. You can do all your weaving without attaching one end, okay? But I find that it's a little less unnerving for me, so I just stick one end down. So then when I'm doing my weaving, I only have to worry about one end. Okay, so just got this in here like this. So the first thing you could do, so I cut these strips. These are 1/2 inch and these are 3/4 of an inch. Now you can make them whatever you want, but I found that I like them being different widths. So this one, so I alternate them most of the time. So this one is obviously 3/4 of an inch. This is at 1/2 inch. So I find that it's 4 or 5 strips is what goes. So you could start with under, over, under, over. And so you put the strips in. They're kind of cool, like strips. And then the next one, if you know about weaving, you go over, under, under. And you can space them as far apart as you want. And you don't have to turn them if you don't want to. And you can use shorter or wider. So that this would be under, over, under, over. And then this one would be over, under, like that. And you don't have to alternate the colors. You could do, you can mix and match it. And so that this one would be, oh, there's 2 here. This one would be under, over, under, over. So see what I think is that if you have this side down, then you don't have to worry about as much movement. What do you think? Under, over, under. Yep. Okay. So then what I do is, the first thing I do is I go here and where's my trusty glue? And I use glue, and I'll glue this wood. So you pull this wood back, and then just do like a little bit of glue over here. Then stick that down, and then this wood. Oh, where's my little thing? Where's it? Probably right in front of me. Take your pick tool. Where is it? Probably right in front of me. There it is, right here. Okay, so this one needs to go down, and then this one, pull this one up just a little bit, stick it down. So you don't glue the all, you just glue the ones. We're gonna do them all on the ends, so they'll stay down. And then we'll go back and this one. Then you just have to make sure that you get a, add a piece of paper towel to get another piece. I like to keep a little piece of paper towel here to kind of help if there's any extra. It dries clear, but you know how that goes. That's okay, so we've got this one done. Then this one comes up a little more. Making sure, Anita, making sure that the woven pieces. So, okay, so you just work yourself around. This side's already done, so you just work yourself around the project and see what needs to be done. So that I just measure, I'll just do a little bit of ink here. And then this one. And then once you get them all, you get to glue it down everywhere. Then you just go back and make sure that they're all pressed down. Okay, and you could do this probably with the Stampin' Seal too. It just would be a little more awkward, I think. I just use the glue, it's easy. And the only thing is I like to let it dry before before I cut anything, because I like it to be down, you know, well. So I don't, that's why I did the cards for you guys tonight in stages, because I'm not gonna take this one all the way to the end stage, because I want to give it time to dry. And it just needs a little bit of time. So that's the only thing that that's why I did stages. So you'll get to see how to do it from the start all the way to the finish. It's just, I felt it could be a little bit easier to do. So I tried to do some different color combinations to give you, you know, to see the versatility of it. But to me, I think the card by itself, without even adding the birds or anything else, is just really beautiful. And, you know, I don't know if you experiment with it. I mean, maybe I'm going to inspire you to take it somewhere else for yourself, you know, do something different. But anyway, I've been playing with this technique for a little bit. And I've done 6 cards. So I was thinking what I was going to do tonight. And I was like, I don't think I've done that technique yet. But I went back and checked my blog just to make sure. So see, it's all down now. And I like, so these are the opposite colors, obviously. It's a 6x6 piece of paper. So there's that one. So I'll just that one aside. And then we will look at this one. And we'll weave this one. And let's see. For those of you that weren't here at the beginning, here's the one that I just put together. And then I'll show you the other ones a little bit later. Let me find my papers. So here they are. So I cut these. I cut these out. I just love I love the color. It pulls a little bit of the lavender. And this is kind of if you guys were watching my on Tuesday last night, my technique where I did the bouquet technique, you can see these. This is an example. This paper is an example of bouquet. You see how the photography is out of focus and it creates those little those little circles, and that's the bouquet. That's what I was doing last night. Did the technique, which was really fun. I did post that blog today, so if you didn't catch the video, you can go and see and watch that tonight, as I posted it this afternoon. So anyway, so like I said earlier, you could start with under, over, slide it through, basically, wherever, and then flop it, change it, do under, we do over, under, and obviously you can make thinner strips and put them closer together if you want. I like the color to show through, so that's why I do it this way. And then, but you know, it's a personal choice. weaving papers, but I think it just adds something different to the whole thing. And then this one will be over, under. This is like the easiest weaving, I'm telling you. There's so much that has to happen, and actually before you actually even start weaving in real life, because you have to do your warp and your weft and all that stuff. Okay, so let's see. I used, I don't know if you noticed on this one, but I used all 1/2 inch strips, so there's no 3/4 inch. So that this one is under, over, under, over. Usually I mix the other ones. I've mixed the 3/4 and the 1/2 inch, and these are all 1/2 inch strips. So there's that wood. That cool? So I'm not going to take this to the next level right now. I'm going to lay this one aside, and I'm going to do something different. So let's pull this one out. So these are the same, you have lots of scraps here. Oh, not scrap, lots of them I cut. And so these are what I start with. And then I'm going to pull out this Rococo Rose, because I haven't done one of this color. And so this is how I started. So I will, I'll show you. And I started doing some inch ones, but I think inch is too big for what I'm trying to do here. So I'm gonna not do inch. We'll do 1/2 inch and 3/4 inch. That'll be good. Or maybe we'll just do, if I can't find 3/4, I'll just do halves. Yeah, I think I'll just do halves. That'll be fine. Because I think less is more sometimes. Okay, so here's how I start. And with this, I could actually use the Stampin' Seal to start. Usually when I'm playing, you know, there's not a rush or anything, so I just go ahead and do it. I used to use the glue just because. So if you just stamp, I mean, if you just put the Stampin' Seal on one piece of it, or a little bit of it, then you can boost faster. So you could put it here. And then I don't take this side over further. So see, then you can automatically work with it for this part, because those strips won't come off now. Okay, so let's see. What else do we have? This is the fun part of creating, is you just can try so many different things. Hope you guys are having a good week. Been kind of busy. I got an order. I placed an order last week or so, I guess. And so I got the order in this afternoon. So I was tickled about that. It was some stuff. I ordered some stuff from the beginner catalog, because I had it when I put my first order in. I didn't even think about the beginner catalog. So there's some really cute sets in there that I thought would be nice to have. So I ordered them, and I got them today. So I haven't had a chance. And then I always order extra. I always order extra paper. I'm always going through a lot of paper. I ordered a lot of Whisper White because I use a lot of Whisper White. See, this one I took over a little bit more than I did a really need to. But anyway, so now because I've done this one this way, I'll show you one more. We'll do one more of the weaving thing. Let's see, I'll do it this way. So over, under, over. This one has 5, under and over. Because if you don't use the bigger pieces, you can do more with it. And then, let's see, we'll do this one. So it's under, over, under, over, under. If you guys try this, you'll have to tell me about it. Show me what you've done. This one is over, under, over, under, over. See, I think you don't have to do what I did here, but I don't know what you think, but I think it really helps to do that, because you've got one stuck down. And when I first started playing around with this, it was like trying to be really careful and not move anything, because these little strips, you know, they'll move. And I kept moving them and stretching them. It took too long, so I was like, okay, I've got to play with this. So I started gluing down one edge of it. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is over, under, under. I think I could get one more strip in there. That'll be 6. Awesome, 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 awesome. Which one do I want? This one, I think. I like this color. Okay, so we'll do under, over, under, under, over. Come on, play with me, right? Under, over. My fingers are too big. Under, under. Okay, see, this is the deal. Okay, so I've got this one this way. Okay, so I'm going to set this one aside for a minute. And then, let's see if this one's dry. I think this one might be dry enough, so we'll go ahead and cut this off. That Tombow glue dries pretty fast on paper. So if you just cut these, like probably something like we did at school, right? Weaving paper. We were in elementary school, and so think back to those days. So weaving paper, and so that's my that's why I can remember now. I'm older, so I can remember what I did when I was a kid. But I think it's just kind of interesting. I like to do things that I like to create cards and things that are different. You know, you don't have to use all the, just stamps and stuff. You can do different things. Okay, so what do I want? I think I'm going to do the peak on this one. I think that'll be really pretty. We'll do this. These colors are just so cool. Okay, so look at that. I need to cut a little bit of it off, I think. Let me get my cutter. I must have been not paying attention when I was doing it. I cut a lot of paper ahead of time. Although it looks like it's 5 1/4. I don't know why it's not. Oh, maybe this isn't the right size. Let me see. Yeah, that's why. This is too small. I cut this too small. Let me see something else. We'll do this yellow one. Hopefully that's not the same size. Nope, it's not. So this pink one is just an odd one. I'll have to make a smaller card for it. You know, the things that happen on camera never happen any other time, right? They don't ever happen. They just, it's when you're on camera that all these funny things happen, which is kind of cool, actually. There's this one, it's there. Okay, so let me put some stamp and seal. I want to call it stale all the time because I've been saying stale for so long. Okay, let's see. I can't see any comments for some reason tonight. I don't know if you guys are leaving comments, but I can't see them, so I apologize if you're talking to me and I can't see it. What's that? Yeah, Sandy, you should try it. It's really cool. I love it. So I could do the card this way, or I could do the card this way, right? I mean, I don't know. I don't have any cards this way, so I think I'm gonna do it this way. And so let's see which ones of these are gonna look good on it. I think the brown might look good. I could do purple though. Let's see. I think the purple's the wrong color. I'll do that one. Yeah, I'll do that one. So I love this branch. This branch is it's very funny, very fun. And then because it has the little berries on it, you can put embellishment on it. It's really nice. Sandy, this would be really good for to like do on a scrapbook page, I think, and you could put photos over it. It'd be nice for that. I haven't done any scrapbooking. I need to think about that because we do sell stuff at the catalog for it, and I need to play with it some. Anyway, the new holiday mini catalog, or the mini catalog, came out. Well, today it's for demos we could start ordering today, and so there's lots. It's a pretty big for a mini catalog, actually, but it's pretty cool stuff. I should have it by order by the weekend. I expedited it a little bit, but at that. Isn't that cool? I love this color. Anyway, let's see. What kind of a birdies do we want to put on? Oh, I think I'll do these because I haven't done. I have these bluebirds, and I think they'll look really pretty out here, won't they? I've never used. I might have to use little. Maybe. Let me get out my babies. Where are they? It's too big. I'm looking for the vegetables. Sorry, not looking for babies. I'm looking for the vegetables, but I'm looking for the little ones. And I know they're here. I just have to find them. They have everything. The little ones, the biggies. Nope, I don't know where they are. Maybe they slid down in there. You know, I'm always moving things around, shoving things in here, shoving things in there. Okay, you know what I'm gonna do? They're probably here somewhere. I'm just gonna cut a couple big ones. They work. It works. I always say, you guys, we could cut the big ones, so I'm doing it. Okay. Got to use all these edges. Buddy, we're going to throw those out. Okay, so let's see. I think I might have to cut this one in half for little birdie. Let's see if I can stick it on. Because I haven't used these before. They're really cute. I usually use the other bird. There's that one. There's one down here. Let's see. Let's see. Put him up here, maybe. I need one more. It's definitely easier to have the little ones because it's just quick. Anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed this little technique. And, you know, I think you could use it with lots of different things. I mean, I was going to do a Christmas one, but I don't. Other than that, what I did initially, I wasn't sure if some of the Christmas papers I have are going to still be around, and I hate to show things that you can't buy. So that's not good. So I try not to do that. So look at him. Isn't he cute? Little bluebird. Okay, so now I've got to fix you. Fix you out here. I love little birds. Oh my gosh, we're feeding our birds still. And we have so many birds. I mean, we didn't think we were going to need to feed birds, but I'm telling you, they are all over it. And now the little baby birds, it's so, my husband Darren was telling me that we had 5 baby cardinals at the feeder at one time. And, but lots of really cute little birds. We've got, on our porch, we have a Christmas cactus. And these birds, they're little wrens, I think. They're kind of red. I don't know if they're Carolina Reds or whatever. But anyway, so they're really smart, though, because they built their nest inside of the cactus plant. And they built it like a condo. I mean, it's like a big round ball with a hole in the middle. And so so it's on our porch, so it's protected. But, when we water the plant and stuff, water could still get inside. So I don't know. But anyway, they are really smart. So yeah, they haven't hatched yet, but they're waiting on them, and they don't, they're okay. They don't mind. They don't mind us walking in and out of the front door. They don't even flinch. So I guess they're just, they trust us. Of course, we never hurt them. We're animal lovers. So, but yeah, so they're there, and we had bluebirds. 2 clutches of bluebirds. We have 2 bluebird houses. In the mountains, we had bluebird houses, but we didn't have bluebirds. So we just moved them with us. And so I like putting these little gold embellishments on, where the red ones are pretty too, but the red ones look more like Christmas. So I like the gold ones, but with this particular branch, you can, it has a little place for the berries, so you could stick them on. And I think it just adds so much more. I mean, we have berries on some of our hollies, and the birds love them. They eat them. So anyway, so that's this one. So I think I've showed you everything. I mean, of course, obviously we could do these forever, but this is one that I still need to glue, but you've seen me do it, so I don't need to waste your time doing it again. But that's with the Rococo Rose on the back. Isn't it pretty? Kind of pulls out all these colors. Anyway, so I'm going to go back over and show you the cards again. So this one I just need to put a sentiment on. I need to put a white on the inside, but this one's a little bluebird. I would really like it. And of course I turned it a different direction. So I did that one. And then this is the one I did earlier with these little photography like things, and then I put the little gray. So on this one I used, it's a 2-step stamp, so I used basic gray paper, and then I didn't do the first step. I just did the second step because I wanted the gray to show. So I just did the second step I didn't do, because the first step is just the whole shape, and so I wanted the gray to show through, so I just did that. And then this is Memento. On top of it I just did the Memento ink, and then this is a basic gray. And I didn't put any things on that, but I'll put some of these on it in a minute. Okay, so here's another one that I did. So you can maybe, and then this is one with the eggs. For this one, I actually had one of the little spritzers and I added ink to it, the spritzer, and this would. So I added ink to it, and then you just spritz it on. So I didn't do it on here. I did it, on a piece of paper. And so these are kind of little, you could hardly see, but they're kind of little speckled eggs, a little bit speckled. And then this is a nest. And so this was, I put this on, I thought it was kind of interesting. So that's the only one I did with the nest. I did this one. So I tried to do different birds. So you see on these, I used the red berries. So they just have a totally different look. I did, this one I used more, they almost look like goldfinches. And then I put the flowers. So this was, I did the whole flower, and then I just cut the flower in the middle. And so I put half on this page. I was experimenting, and half on this one. So just to try to do something different. That's a lot to actually do for a card, but it's a birthday card. So I'm gonna really appreciate that. And then this one, more red on here. Actually, it's not red, it's it's not Cajun. Which one is it? It's terracotta tile, I think. Anyway, that's that one. So anyway, that's that. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. And I'm going to do, I think Saturday night, I'm going to show you guys how to make these. If anybody wants to do, to learn how to make these hold all of your DSPs. So these each come out. So I just have to label them though. I want to finish them so I can show you how I was going to do it. But anyway, so I have 6 or 7 of these now. But I'm going to do a Christmas one when I get Christmas paper. So I could just put my Christmas in. And then if you cut your 12 by 12 paper down into 6 by 6, some of it anyway, then you can put them in here. And so then you have the DSP for that. So I might do that Saturday night. And I've got another technique that I might do. I'm not sure yet. But I'm playing around with something that my upline did with these. And so I don't know, I haven't decided if I'm going to do this or not, but I love so you score your paper and then you stamp on it. So I'm in love with the set with the feathers on it. So, okay, well, thank you for joining in, and I'll see you on Saturday night live here, Stamping with Tony. And please go check out my blog if there's anything. There's probably 20 or more blog posts. There's lots of different things in there. And God bless. And you guys have the rest of your evening and tomorrow and the weekend. And I'll see you later. All right. Bye-bye.